Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract success effortlessly, while others struggle no matter how hard they try? Why does one person rise to the top while another remains stuck in the same place year after year? My friends, it's not just luck. It's not just talent. It's something much deeper. The power of the mind. The law of attraction states that whatever you consistently think about, focus on, and believe in will eventually manifest in your life. If you think in terms of success, abundance, and opportunity, you will attract those very things. But if you constantly dwell on negativity, problems, and limitations, that's exactly what you'll get more of. Your thoughts create your reality. What you think, you become. Now, some people hear that and say, oh, come on, that sounds too simple. But let me tell you, it's not just a theory, it's a fundamental truth that has shaped the lives of the most successful people in history. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant good seeds, you get a beautiful harvest. But if you let weeds grow unchecked, they will choke out everything good. Have you ever had a day where everything seemed to go wrong? You woke up late, spilled your coffee, got stuck in traffic, and then your boss yelled at you? And what do you say? Oh, it's just one of those days. But was it really? Or was it that your negative mindset set the tone for the rest of your day? The moment you decided it was a bad day, your brain started searching for more proof to confirm that belief. But the good news is, this works in the opposite direction too. If you wake up and decide, today is going to be a great day, you'll start noticing opportunities. You'll find reasons to be grateful. You'll attract positive experiences because your mind is tuned to look for them. This is the power of perception, and it is the foundation of the law of attraction. You must take control of your thoughts. You cannot allow your mind to run on autopilot, filled with worry, doubt, and fear. You must become the master of your thinking. If you let negativity dominate your mind, you will live a negative life. But if you discipline yourself to focus on solutions, growth, and progress, success will follow naturally. The first step is awareness. Pay attention to your words and thoughts. The next time you catch yourself saying, I can't, replace it with, how can I? Instead of thinking, this will never work, ask, what's one way this could work? The moment you shift your focus, you shift your future. Let me tell you something, the world responds to the energy you give it. If you constantly talk about problems, you'll find more of them. But if you talk about possibilities, you'll start seeing opportunities you never noticed before. From this moment forward, make a decision. No more negative self-talk, no more complaining, no more focusing on what's missing. Train your mind to see abundance, solutions, and opportunities, because once you control your mind, you control your destiny. My friends, this is where success begins, not in your circumstances, not in your background, but in your mind. Because what you think, you become. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a building go up without a blueprint? No. Before one brick is laid, before one nail is hammered, the entire structure is designed, planned, and visualized in detail. Every great creation starts in the mind before it becomes reality. Success works the same way. If you want to achieve something, you must first see it clearly in your mind. You must create a mental picture so vivid, so detailed, that it feels real even before it happens. Because here's the truth. If you can't see yourself succeeding, how do you expect to get there? Most people go through life without a vision. They wake up, go through the motions, react to whatever happens, and then wonder why nothing changes. My friends, life doesn't reward those who drift. It rewards those who are clear about what they want and move toward it with purpose. If you don't design your future, you will spend your life building someone. Now, some people hear the word visualization and think, oh, that's just daydreaming. No. Visualization is not about wishful thinking. It's about programming your mind for success. See, the brain doesn't know the difference between a real event and a vividly imagined one. That's why professional athletes, top executives, and world-class performers all use visualization to train their minds before they step into action. Let me give you an example. Picture two people about to give a speech. One person is nervous, picturing everything that could go wrong. They see themselves stumbling, forgetting their words, looking foolish. The other person, however, has spent days visualizing success. They see themselves speaking with confidence, engaging the audience, delivering every word with impact. Who do you think will perform better? The one who expected to succeed. Clarity creates confidence. People with a clear vision don't hesitate. They don't second guess. They don't wait for luck or hope things work out. They know where they're going because they have already seen it in their minds. They have already rehearsed their victories before they happen. And because they've seen it, they believe it. So here's my challenge for you. Every morning before you start your day, take 5 minutes to visualize your success. Close your eyes and picture the life you want. See it in full detail. Feel it as if it's already real. If you want to be wealthy, see yourself handling money with confidence. If you want to be healthy, see yourself full of energy and strength. If you want to be successful, picture yourself achieving your biggest goals. Because when you see it, you move towards it. And when you move towards it, life starts working in your favor. My friends, the future belongs to those who can see it before it arrives. So the question is, what do you see? The power of emotion. Feel it before it happens. Let me ask you, have you ever wanted something so badly that you could almost feel it before it happened? Maybe it was a big opportunity, a goal you were chasing, or a dream that kept you awake at night. You could see it, taste it, almost touch it. And because you felt it so deeply, you moved towards it with everything you had. That, my friends, is the power of emotion. If you want to attract success, you can't just think about it and you can't just see it. You must feel it. Because emotion is what gives power to your thoughts. It's what turns a simple idea into an unstoppable force. You see, a lot of people set goals, but they don't feel connected to them. They say, I want to be successful, but there's no passion behind it. They say, I want to be wealthy, but their energy is weak. And because they don't feel the reality of their success, they never take the necessary action to make it happen. But when you truly feel something, when it stirs something deep inside you, that's when things start to change. Think about it. Why do people make drastic changes in their lives? It's not because someone told them to. It's because they felt something so strongly that they couldn't ignore it. Maybe it was frustration. Maybe it was inspiration. Maybe it was a moment of deep realization. Whatever it was, the emotion created movement. That's the secret. Your emotions are the fuel behind your actions. Weak emotions create weak results. Strong emotions create strong results. If you want to change your life, you must elevate your emotions. You must connect deeply with your dreams. So deeply that they drive you to take massive action. Emotion amplifies attraction. The law of attraction doesn't just respond to your thoughts. It responds to the feeling behind those thoughts. If you think about success but feel doubt, you attract more doubt. If you think about abundance but feel scarcity, you attract more scarcity. But if you think about success and feel unstoppable confidence, success moves toward you. Have you ever seen a person walk into a room and instantly command attention? They haven't said a word, but their energy is powerful. You can feel it. That's because their emotions radiate outward. Success works the same way. If you feel successful before it happens, you send a signal to the world that attracts opportunities, resources, and the right people into your life. But how do you create the right emotions? How do you train yourself to feel successful before you actually are? The answer is simple. Immerse yourself in the feelings of your future success every single day. Start by imagining the moment your dream becomes real. Picture yourself achieving your biggest goal. How would it feel? Would you feel proud? Would you feel powerful? Would you feel unstoppable? Tap into that feeling right now. Let it fill you. Because when you carry that energy with you daily, you begin attracting the life you want. Some people say, I'll feel happy when I succeed. No, that's backward thinking. You must feel successful first, and then success will come to you. You must feel wealthy first, and then wealth will move toward you. You must feel confident first, and then confidence will shape your reality. My friends, your emotions are your secret weapon. The stronger you feel about your future, the faster it moves toward you. So the question is, how do you feel about your success? Because if you don't feel it now, you may never see it at all. The power of action. Attract it by moving towards it. Let me ask you, how many people do you know who talk about success, who dream about success, but never seem to get anywhere? They read books, listen to motivational speeches, and say, one day I'll have the life I want. But years go by and nothing changes. Why? Because they forgot the most important step: action. My friends, the law of attraction does not reward wishful thinking. It rewards movement. You don't attract success just by thinking about it. You attract it by moving toward it. You can visualize, you can feel, you can believe all you want, but until you step forward and do something, nothing happens. Success is like a magnet. It responds to action. The moment you take a step toward your goals, opportunities start appearing. The right people start showing up. Doors that seemed closed suddenly open. But here's the catch. Nothing moves until you do. Think of it like this. Imagine a farmer standing in an empty field, saying, I believe in the law of attraction. I'm going to visualize a great harvest. But he never plants a single seed. No matter how much he believes, no crops will grow. Why? Because the law of attraction works hand in hand with the law of action. You must plant before you can harvest. Action creates momentum. Have you ever noticed that the hardest part of anything is getting started? It's like pushing a heavy car. At first it feels impossible, but the moment you get it moving, momentum takes over. The same is true for success. The first steps are the hardest, but once you take action, the path becomes easier. So here's the question. What action have you been avoiding? What goal have you been thinking about but not acting on? Maybe you've been waiting for the perfect moment. But let me tell you something. There is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is right now. Some people hesitate because they're afraid of failing. But listen closely. Failure is not the opposite of success. Inaction is the opposite of success. Failure is part of the process. Every successful person you admire has failed many times. But they kept moving. They kept learning, they kept growing. If you want success, stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop overthinking, stop worrying about what could go wrong. Start doing, make that call, start that project, learn that skill, take that first step. Because action, no matter how small, creates momentum. And here's the magic. You don't need to know every step ahead of time. Just take the first step, and the next one will reveal itself. Think of driving at night. You don't need to see the whole road to reach your destination. You only need to see a few feet ahead, and as you keep moving, the road unfolds before you. The same is true in life. Take the first step, then take another, and another. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize you've come further than you ever imagined. My friends, the law of attraction is not just about thinking, it's about doing. The universe rewards those who take action. So the question is, are you ready to move toward your success? Because if you start today, the life you want is already moving toward you. The power of faith. Trust the process. Let me ask you, have you ever worked tirelessly towards a goal, given it everything you had, and yet found yourself wondering, is this really worth it? It's as if you've put in all the hours, all the energy, and yet you're standing still, looking at the horizon, wondering if you'll ever reach your destination. You feel exhausted, frustrated, and almost ready to give up. I know that feeling. I've been there. You see, I've spent countless nights working on my goals, doing everything I thought I should be doing, yet the results didn't seem to show up. I would work hard, day after day, and ask myself, is all this effort even making a difference? At times, I questioned whether I was truly cut out for success. But it wasn't until one day when I was on the verge of quitting that I realized something critical. Success doesn't happen in the blink of an eye. It's a process, a journey with many twists and turns, with moments of progress and moments of setbacks. There's a reason for everything, and everything is building towards something greater than you can see right now. Let me tell you a story to illustrate what I mean. I have a friend who is a professional athlete. He spent years in the gym, training day in and day out, pushing his body to the limit. He would wake up at 4 a.m., run miles before sunrise, and spend hours lifting weights. Day after day, he repeated this routine, and yet there were no immediate signs of improvement. His body didn't look any different. His times didn't drop as much as he had hoped. His competitors didn't seem to be slowing down. One day, after months of grueling work, he hit a personal record. He shaved a full second off his race time. It might not sound like much, but that 1 second was the result of all those months of hard work. But here's the kicker. He didn't just wake up and achieve that time. He had been growing, improving, adapting, and learning behind the scenes every single day. His body had been adapting, his mind had been sharpening, and he didn't even realize it. That's the process of success. It's not always visible at first, but it's always happening. It's like planting a tree. You water it, you nurture it, you protect it, and you see nothing but dirt and a tiny seedling for months or even years. But you keep going. And then one day, that tree grows tall and strong, providing shade and fruit. But it only got there because of the unwavering belief that it would, because the person planting the tree trusted the process. Faith bridges the gap between effort and results. Faith, my friends, is not just about believing that success is possible. It's about trusting that it is inevitable. It's about having the courage to take action, even when you can't see the results immediately. Success requires faith in the process, in the work you put in, and in yourself. And more importantly, it requires faith that even when you're facing setbacks, you're exactly where you need to be to get where you want to go. You see, every successful person I know has faced moments when they felt discouraged. The difference is that they didn't let those moments define them. They kept showing up. They kept believing in themselves. They kept taking action even when the outcome was uncertain. They knew that success wasn't about seeing immediate results. It was about believing that they were moving in the right direction. I remember a time when I was struggling with a personal project. I had spent months writing and rewriting, editing and revising. I felt like I was getting nowhere. The progress seemed too slow. I would spend days on something and then feel like it wasn't good enough. But there was a moment, after countless doubts and setbacks, when it all came together. It wasn't some magical moment of clarity, but rather a gradual realization that every single effort, no matter how small, had led me to that point. That's how faith works. It's not just the belief in the end result. It's the trust that the process is worth it. The belief that no matter how hard it gets, you are learning, growing, and getting closer. It's the ability to trust that what you're doing today, even when the results aren't clear, is exactly what you need to be doing. Good things come to those who wait, but only what's left by those who hustle. And I believe this is true. Faith is not about sitting back and hoping for something to happen. It's about patiently doing the work, knowing that with each step, you're closer to your destination. I think back to a time when a mentor of mine was speaking about his journey. He'd been in the business for decades, and success didn't come overnight. He talked about how, in the early years, he struggled just to make ends meet. He would invest hours every day, working on his craft, making connections, learning from mistakes. It was exhausting, and at times he doubted himself. But he had faith in the process. He trusted that if he kept showing up, kept working, kept believing, it would all pay off in the end. And today, he's one of the most successful people in his field. His journey wasn't easy, but his faith in the process made all the difference. The power of unwavering commitment. Faith is not just about believing in something. It's about commitment. It's about saying, no matter how difficult the path may seem, no matter how slow the progress, I'm sticking with it. I'm committed to the process. Because the truth is, there will be times when you don't feel like continuing. There will be days when the results are slow and you wonder if it's all worth it. But it's during those moments that faith becomes your anchor. You have to ask yourself, am I willing to trust the process? Am I willing to do the work even when the results aren't immediate? Because the people who make it are the ones who stick with it. They don't quit when it's hard. They keep moving forward even when the end goal seems distant. My friends, the power of faith lies in your ability to trust the process, to keep going when the results aren't showing up, and to believe that every step you take is leading you closer to your success. If you can do that, if you can stay committed to the journey, then success will be yours. So the question is, how much faith do you have in your process? Are you ready to trust the work, even when you can't see the results yet? If you are, then success is already on its way. Keep moving, keep believing, and trust that everything you're doing today is building the foundation for tomorrow's victory. As we wrap up today's journey, I want you to remember this. Success is not a destination, it's a process. It's the small, consistent steps you take every single day, powered by your belief in yourself, your goals, and the journey ahead. You have everything you need within you to make your dreams a reality. It's about mastering your mind, visualizing the life you want, feeling the emotions of success, taking inspired action, and most importantly, having the unwavering faith to trust the process. So what are you going to do today? Are you going to keep waiting for the perfect moment? Or are you going to trust the process, take action, and believe that success is already yours? Remember, your future is being shaped by what you do today, not tomorrow. Make today count. Trust that everything you're doing is leading you toward the life you've dreamed of. Stay focused, stay committed, keep moving forward. And always, always trust the process, because when you do, success becomes inevitable.